Good evening, my darlings. How is your day going? I hope it's going well. So, today, you've read the stream title. You know that we have a thing that we gotta be repairing. That which has lost its power. A curio whose power has faded away, crafted from fine jade and bronze, and now waits quietly for the moment it might shine once more. And we are friendship level 6 with Zabai, finally. Once you reach friendship level 6 with Zabai, a special quest becomes available to repair this item.
Traveler, I've prepared a little something for you. Please stop by the Baiju guest house when time permits.
Okay. Why isn't there a quest marker? Baiju guest house is right about here, right? Should be.
Huh? Paimon thought she heard Sabai's voice, but Paimon doesn't see her. Could this be some sort of adeptal amplification? Why don't we head to the Baiju guest house and see what's going on? It doesn't look like Zabai's here. And after she invited us to come, too. Where could she have run off to? Huh? This parasol looks familiar. Have we seen it somewhere before?
Maybe it belongs to her.
You're probably right. But why would she leave her parasol here by the door?
She does have a pretty poor memory.
Oh,
I don't think that's why.
the way things are going, Paimon's worried she'll get halfway through eating and forget how to pick up her chopsticks. Oh, we should go find her.
Wait a moment. I'm not sure this is really a parasol. Really, what gave it away?
Huh? What is it then? Let Paimon take a closer look.
The fact that it's made of pure energy? Hmm? We took the teleport.
What's going on? How did we end up here?
We took the teleport.
So, how do you like the little trinket I made for you?
So, this is where you are, Zabai? What's this parasol? It suddenly went whoosh and transported us here.
It seems I'm not the only one who struggles to remember things. Have you already forgotten riding on it with me before? Does that jog your memory?
Oh, it's a lunar chariot. No wonder it looks so familiar.
It's just a replica created from my memories. And it's all thanks to the broken jade token you returned to me.
Oh, so this is the little trinket you were planning to make.
Precisely. This jade token chariot can quickly transport you wherever you wish to go, which should help your travels unfold more smoothly. Please take it, my dutiful guides.
Wow, this is amazing! Paimon thought you were saying all that making a trinket stuff
No.
was nice. She never expected you to actually do it.
I
Katoru.
expected it to take some time, considering how badly the token was damaged. Its spiritual energy was completely gone. But fortunately for us, this is Chenyu Vale.
Huh? What's so special about it?
Do you know exactly whereabout we are in the Vale?
Yilong Wharf?
You have much to learn about this place. The ground beneath our feet is actually one of the key intersections in Liyue's ley lines. There are 8 such nodes in total.
Life, death, repose, concealment, initiation, terrain, fright, and injury.
You're more familiar with this place than I expected.
Yeah.
Paimon remembers now. You're talking about the 8 gates.
Correct.
Paimon.
Where we
She's
stand
supposed to be our
right
travel
now is
guide.
the center of the most auspicious of those gates, the Gate of Life. The Gate of Life symbolizes growth, prosperity, and revitalization. Thus, I was able to replenish the Jade Token's spiritual energy so quickly and craft this chariot.
Wow, talk about a power-packed position. Guess Chenyu Vale really is a land of wonders.
Indeed, you would do well to settle here in peace and prosperity.
Huh? What do you mean, you?
It's nothing. All right, I have done all I wish to do. You may go about your business. I plan to take a stroll atop the mountain. This is where we part ways.
Thank you, Zabai.
No need to thank me. You woke me from my slumber. It is I who am in your debt.
It was all Zhongli's doing, really.
And I have told him much the same as I've said to you. He mentioned that you're on a long journey. Does your next stop happen to be a distant land of snow?
Yes, we're heading to Snezhnaya.
Snezhnaya. Although I know nothing about the place, no journey through ice and snow is without its dangers.
Tell me about it.
If you find yourselves in need of help, you know where to find me.
I know.
Take care.
Well, okay. That I was under the impression that that was a
You have summoned me, and I shall fulfill my duty.
very successful. Click anyway. I was under the impression that it was, you know, an actual quest. Jade Light Canopy. Bathed in the energy of the ley lines, the Jade Light Canopy has been replenished with spiritual power. You can now summon a Jade Carriage, helping its user to travel quickly to distant locations. So,
The Adeptus arts
we
are
use
most
it here-
miraculous, but unless one first cultivates the mind before cultivating these arts, all their feats will be like the moon's reflection on water, shattering.
hello, sir. Lighting a crane crown incense for good luck. Or, I'm the owner of this tea stall. I'm also in charge of cleaning the Yilong dais daily. This place used to be full of tourists. I took over this job from my master almost 20 years ago, and I've lit the crane crown incense for countless guests. Whether it was the popularity of this place causing all sorts of paintings and photos to circulate, or maybe too many people had heard of or seen this place for themselves already. But either way, it's not as appealing as before. Things haven't been as busy as it was years ago. But times change. No point crying over that. I plan to recruit an apprentice, so they can carry this tradition forward. And I want to make time to find several writers to write about the Yilong dais and promote our stories. For all I know, more people might realize that coming to the Yilong dais to light a crane crown incense will really make their wishes come true. Okay. Well, anyway, we can teleport. Hey. So, yeah, so you do need to replace it once a week, but this is just a permanent gadget, whereas it used to be, I don't know if I have any on hand. Oh yeah, the portable waypoints. Okay, but it's a reusable portable waypoint. And so that way you don't have to, let's say you wanted to go here. It's mostly useful. I have found it to be mostly useful when you want to fight a boss. When you're like farming boss materials for character ascension. I mean, they're pretty good these days about providing waypoints near bosses, but maybe you want to get an old character and you want to fight, I don't know, this guy, right? Pretty sure I know there's like 3. No, I can think maybe 3. I'm not sure. Who use them? Who use materials from him to level up? And so yeah, if you want to use a character that requires that, then there you go. You can use it there. Or if you want to fight the Primo Geovishap, right? If you got a character that needs his materials to level up, he's pretty far from every single waypoint. This guy, he's not too far, but still kind of a pain. And yeah. Oh, this guy is pretty far from waypoints too. So yeah, if you wanna fight one of them. You know, I said that they're pretty good about it these days, but you know, there are exceptions. This guy, and that guy. And yeah, that's just what I've experienced as being the most useful use of it. I'm sure there are better uses. Maybe if there's a quest that you need to do, every day for a while, it can be helpful there. But yeah, I thought that was gonna be a full-on quest. I thought that was gonna take the entire night, and we were just gonna be doing that. Turns out no. We have plenty of time to do other things, so let's do some other things. Hello, my friend, we meet again. It's been a while, where should we begin? So wait, this is not the same person we talked to last time. Hey, Valiant passed by over here. You're so skinny. Have you been eating properly? But all the food got eaten by my guide, Paimon. Huh? Are you offering to treat me to a meal? Well, that's not what I meant. But if you're really starving, I do have some grilled meat in my bag. Anyway, let's set that aside for now. Since you made it to Teokan, you've probably already seen the warriors from Collective of Plenty, right? Out of the goodness of my heart, let me give you a piece of advice. Never trust those guys who are obsessed with preaching about muscles. The fat that the Archon blessed us with is a precious gift. Giving up all the delicious food and losing your fat just to chase after some flashy muscles. That's the dumbest thing ever. Even the forest boars would pity you. And honestly, if we're talking about what looks good, this whole muscle worship thing only became popular in the last few decades. My grandpa told me that back in his day, people actually preferred a slightly fuller figure. That's always been a myth, by the way. So, don't let anyone mislead you into going down the wrong path to lose weight. But, if one day you end up like my relatives from the Collective of Plenty and decide to lose weight in the name of strength, here's something else to remember. When it comes to agility, warriors with a slightly chubby build can also be as nimble as fish. When it comes to strength, those skinny guys are no match for us. Wrong on both counts. Healthy at any size! If you need proof, just look at the jars on this training ground. With my build, I can easily sprint through without breaking a single jar. I bet even the skinny ones couldn't pull that off with this level of agility, don't you think? Oh, I can see it. You're trying not to laugh, huh? Fine. I know you don't believe me. Come on, give it a try. Run through this training ground as fast as you can, but be sure not to break any of the jars. Let's see how well you do, and whether you can beat my record. Okay. Wait, are the jars not even anyone? Oh my gosh. The jars aren't anywhere near the elemental particles. And here I was avoiding turning into this guy, the Saurian.
You should take it. It may prove useful.
Just to avoid breaking any jars. Illuminati, you seem to have gained some weight again. Congrats. Haha. Thanks, Sorikwe. Good news, by the way. I just talked another skinny person out of dieting the other day. Oh, that's nice. That's awesome. Hey, what about you? Been eating well these days? Yeah, been eating great. That's what I like to hear. Eat more, get nice and chubby. Oh, by the way, Illuminati, this person's jar smashing record is insane. Just a little short of my best. He even challenged me here. Did pretty well, too. Wow, not bad. Didn't expect you to be so good. Almost beat the two of us. Honestly, if he gains a bit more weight, he might actually beat us. Yeah, totally possible. But honestly, you're still a bit too skinny. You've got room to bulk up. That said, I approve of you. I approve of you too. But seriously, you should eat more at every meal. No skipping meals, no dieting. We'd be so disappointed if you did. What a couple of characters, am I right? Alright. Well, I guess where to next? Let's go ahead and some hangouts unlocked, shall we? Don't necessarily want to do the Kaeya one just yet. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's go ahead and unlock Lynette as well. 5 more to go. That's 1 month's 1 month's worth of daily quests. Okay, maybe we got a little ways to go. All right. Let's see. You know what? Let's check out Phorosons.
What now? She seems so busy. Master said there's no rush, but I know that he's been busy working on something at Party's DI, so he hasn't returned to Gandharville for several days now. I feel for Madame Pharazôn, but I still want to ask her to come with us. But if I get her in trouble with the academia, then she won't have the time to help Master. What should I do? Oh, this is such a headache.
Let's think of some way to get her to Partis DI.
But if someone does
Party
complain
City.
to the academia, wouldn't it make Pharazôn's situation more awkward?
No, don't worry about it.
And if the academia investigated and found her at Party's DI, things would get even worse for her. Do you have some way to invite her over to Party's DI without stepping on the academia's toes?
I do have the makings of an idea.
Okay then, I'm counting on you.
I have to teach students from Haravatat or owe Kasharawar a favor. It strikes me that they might be even less happy about such a deal than I am.
I think I can sympathize with them.
Wow. Rude.
Pharazôn, we're back. Sorry for asking again, but sure you can't go to parties DI today?
Well, since you're asking me so sincerely, let's just ignore the academia and...
Please, Madame Farazan, focus. Today's the deadline.
Actually, Tainari wants to invite her over to discuss some research.
Huh?
Yes. I see. No wonder he sent you two over. Why, that lad didn't make it very clear in his letter, now did he? Otherwise, I would have reported it as part of my research.
Yeah, that's right. Master sent us over to explain everything to you.
Wait. Opportunities for collaborative research don't just come out of thin air. This seems like too much of a coincidence. Also, there isn't much overlap between Madame Farazan's research and that of Amorta, right? What will you even be collaborating on?
Master wants to research,
A fully automated irrigation system.
A fully automated irrigation system?
Precisely. It's a system that can automatically adjust the amount of water it provides based on the season and the plant species involved. I saw a similar mechanism while exploring a rune in the rainforest. That's why Tainari wanted to collaborate with me.
A mechanism like that exists?
And she's good.
Why haven't I heard of it before?
I found it 100 years ago, so it's only natural that you don't know about it. Why don't you go ask your teacher's teacher? Perhaps they've heard about it from their teacher.
But we can't prove its existence one way or the other, right?
Fret not. I'll have Tainari write
Its
an official
existence
proposal
cannot
to
be
the academia
confirmed
later.
unless...
That should do it, right?
An official proposal.
Still,
Fine.
wait, how does the quote go?
We haven't made any progress with either the collaborative project or the elective course anyway. I'll go inform my superiors now. Please do take care of the paperwork as soon as possible. Don't delay this any longer.
Nah.
Sure. I'll be sure to needle him until he gets it done.
The researcher leaves, clearly still having some doubts.
Phew. I think she bought it.
That was quick thinking back there.
Even though this is our first meeting, I must say, we make a good team.
wow! You made up that excuse on the spot, huh? Madame Farazan, did you really find an irrigation system 100 years ago? If the academia asks for any details...
Who knows? It's been 100 years, so it wouldn't be too surprising if I've forgotten a few details, no?
Huh? Then how will we explain things to them?
I'll let Tainari worry about whatever documents we might need to send to the academia.
Oh.
The request he has in store for me
But
would be
might
much
wanted to-
simpler than the academia
No,
nonsense.
Well, I mean, I guess we figured out why she was so quick to come up with an excuse. Is because she wasn't thinking about the consequences. The consequences and the next step.
Master, we're back! Huh? Where did he go?
He's been kidnapped.
Don't have to shout. I can hear you. Well, you got here much faster than I expected. I thought you'd have a lot more business to take care of.
Thanks to the Traveler, I was able to, pawn off various problems of mine onto others.
Onto others? What does that mean?
We can discuss that later. You're looking for me because of the thing you mentioned in the letter, right?
That's right. Please, follow me.
He's not gonna like who it gets pawned off on. Ooh. Carcata. Wait, is this the guy? Carcata!
A monster? Why is there a monster here?
Don't be
This
scared,
was from
Wale.
Tainari's story
This is
quest,
the
right?
mechanical life form the Traveler and I saved a while
Yeah.
back. Its name is Carcata. It's the final work of a late junior of mine.
You mean Abatui? He must have been a genius to create one of such polish all by himself. It's uncommon that a Spontamod researcher is able to create such an intricate machine. If he were still around, we could probably chat the day away. What a shame. Something seems wrong here. Have you been maintaining it? Mechanical life forms are much more fragile than they look. Is Karkata sick?
Karkata has been lying down like this since a few days ago. It could be an old malfunction acting up again. I've taken a few courses.
So Karkata died when we took the other path.
So I've managed to perform some passable repairs on Karkata's energy supply module. However, it seems the issue this time is with its transmission. My knowledge can only prevent its condition from deteriorating any further. But Madame Farazan, you should be able to find a way to repair it.
Not necessarily. Mechanical life forms are created using techniques from alchemy, elemental science, and more. There are multiple modules here that influence each other. A simplistic knowledge of mechanisms will not serve here. You know that as well. Each mechanical life form is very different from the next. So even I cannot be sure if my understanding of mechanical life forms is going to be of any use to our little crab friend here. Karkata. Can you all go outside for a minute? I need a bit of space.
Karkata to Rome.
Everything we've just said is but conjecture.
All right. We're counting on
Sweet
you,
home
Madame Farazan.
in Paris. Menafiki.
We'll wait here till Farazan.
Also, I know it's
returns back.
Tarkata to Rome.
In the meantime,
not
I'd
Karkata
like to
to
talk
Rome.
to you about her.
I also wanted to ask about her past.
Her past, huh? Quite a few people in the academia know about what happened to her. Perhaps it'd be best if I'm the one to tell you. I've told you before that she had disappeared for 100 years, right? From her perspective, trapped might be a more apt description.
No wonder she's a little off.
Her exact words were,
That ruin was crawling with traps and coded inscriptions from wall to wall. I did all I could to decipher the code and deactivate the traps to escape the ruin, but there was no way out. I lost track of time and I ran out of pen and paper. In the end, I had to use stone shards to write on the walls and on the floor to decipher the code. Then, before I realized it, I ran out of space on the walls and floor. I had to calculate all the possibilities in my mind.
Okay, yeah, that's about 100 years.
After that, my memory started to become fuzzy, and my cognition slowed down.
she doesn't remember anything else, including the location of the ruin and how she finally managed to escape. When she was found in the outskirts of Sumeru a few years ago, she looked exactly the same as she did 100 years prior. However, she was in a stupor and struggled to form sentences. Only after a lengthy recovery period could she speak again. The academia speculates that she must have gotten trapped in an unknown ruin while researching machines a century ago.
Wow, really?
Because of the ruin's special properties that halted her aging, she was able to use those 100 years to crack the trapping mechanism and then escape. Though she had finally broken free, 100 years had passed. Everyone she knew and everyone who knew her was already gone. In the end, even the academia had to rely on century-old records in the Akasha to confirm her existence. Don't make that face. I'm not telling you this because I want to drum up sympathy. She wouldn't want others to pity her because of past events. Rather, she sees that period of entrapment as an experimental error. As a researcher, she must accept everything that results from her experiments, even if they don't fall within expectations. Even after going through so much, she's returned to Sumeru and still hasn't given up on her research. Due to changes over the years and drift in academic subjects, she holds some rather strong opinions about the current academia, and she has no shortage of detractors herself. What I want to say is that no matter what era we're in, Farazan is a true senior researcher, in every sense of the word.
Emphasis
She
on the
has her
senior
own
part.
deep understanding of various ruins and machines. If there's a chance, you should talk about them with her. It'll definitely be helpful for your journey.
I see.
Master, Madame Farazan's done.
Oh, let's head over. With any luck, she might have figured something out.
I think she and I would get along just fine. Although, I do have to wonder how she feels
I
about,
encountered the restitution
Nahida.
module once again after 100 years. Abatui really installed quite a few impressive things on this. If my guess is correct, this mechanical life form has displayed attempts at self-sustenance before, right? Such as collecting parts to repair itself, for instance?
It has collected parts before, yes.
It used them for something else, but as far as its design goes, it does have a function like that.
I knew it. If I'm not wrong, Karkata's issue lies with its restitution module. Abatui's modified this module extensively, but the core parts and design philosophy are very similar to the principles as I know them. They are all based on principles learned from the ruins.
From the ruins?
The creators of the ruins machine once tried to create a perpetual mechanism that could replace life or even surpass it. The restitution module is the result of one of their countless attempts. It replicates the behavior of living things to achieve a self-repair function. However, the energy required in maintenance of the module became an issue.
Energy consumption? Maintenance?
For example, a living thing's heart can deliver nutrients and blood to various organs. However, the bigger the living thing, the more powerful the heart needs to be. Once the heart is damaged, it'll be hard for that living thing to heal itself, and even the function of other organs can be affected. Thus, the attempt wasn't widely adopted. Even 100 years ago, I'd only seen it once before. Oh dear, this is going to be a problem.
Why's that?
Based on my current research, I'll need to swap out the damaged parts in the restitution module to repair Karkata.
Uh-oh.
Like I just said, the module is rare, even by the standards of ancient machines. Not only that, but there is very little related research documentation available. Finding suitable parts would be like trying to find a single gear in the vast desert, to say nothing of the difficulty in making those parts from scratch. One can only wonder where Abatui found the original parts.
I might have an idea. Abatui was, for a time, quite passionate about excavating the Great Red Sand. This was when he had just gotten expelled from the academia.
You mean to say he found a restitution module in the desert? Well, that is indeed possible.
But the
But
desert
who's to say if there's another
How am I
one?
supposed to find the parts that Karkata needs?
According to the Academia's records, no similar parts have been found in the Great Red Sand over the past 100 years. If we want to try our luck, we'll have to explore ruins that have never been explored before.
I do know that a Vahumana researcher formed an expedition team after the sandstorms and earthquakes subsided. They are now exploring areas of the desert that used to be difficult to access.
Should we ask them if they've made any new discoveries lately?
The chances are slim, but it's at least more effective than running around like headless chickens.
What's the lead researcher's name? Where is the archaeology team currently stationed?
His name is Raid. I think he's stationed at the northeast part of the
The illusion of
Hypostyle
choice.
Desert. Let's go look for him once Karkata settles down.
Oh,
Then again, maybe it's not the illusion of choice.
Karkata's condition may be stable.
Maybe it's China
but it's
spying
still
on
be
us.
better if some of us stay to look after it. Besides, you still need to take care of the trouble that the Academia left for me.
Trouble from the academia? I thought you said that you pawned it off to someone else.
You know, Tainari, for a smart guy, you're pretty slow.
Don't tell me.
Yeah.
I'll let Kara
It's
fill
you.
in on the details. I look forward to seeing your work, Tainari.
Go to the northeast of Hypostyle Desert. Low style? Hey, Momo.
Journeying through the
How goes
desert
the day?
is as arduous as one might imagine.
Hi. I know you're just getting up to eat
is
something,
this?
but
Halt!
Yeah.
Mr. Raid's permission is required to proceed any further.
she's a researcher from the academia.
That still won't do. Mr. Raid told us to keep people away from the ruins so they don't damage the site.
Damage the site?
Not a great day.
Visited more ruins than you visited
And that's
restaurants.
kind of a
Batch of students is Raid from.
kind of an underestimate,
to see him right now.
understatement, I'd say.
He isn't at the campsite
Um,
now. You should all
I'm
leave.
fine.
Only he can give you permission to
And
enter.
I didn't mention that I was streaming either this morning or now in Discord. Sorry about that. Yeah, it was a pretty rough day. The highlight of my day, I guess, was the cherry vanilla ice cream, even though I shouldn't be eating that. Maybe I should. Maybe the highlight of my day was the fact that I went to the store, and the total was exactly $50. Not that that's like a good total to aim for. I was aiming for quite a bit less, as a matter of fact. But the fact that it was exactly $50 is kind of a funny coincidence, and I like those. We can't just waste our time here like this. Let's wait for that researcher to come back first.
You're right. Even if there is new information, we still have to wait for him to come back so we can ask him about it. So let's just see what we can find out from the people here. I'm going to give that Raid a good talking to when he gets back. Starting from who in the world mentored you?
So we got a thing I wanted to mention to you. This thing, a Jade Light Canopy. So there was a gadget that you could get called Portable Waypoints, and I can't remember exactly what's required to craft them. I think you do require some crystal fly things, which, I mean, to be fair, with the crystal fly trap, you can basically have infinite of those. Plus with the more efficient condensed resin. But yeah, anyway, they're kind of a pain because you got to craft them and whatnot. The Jade Light Canopy, if you have Zabai, and she's at friendship level 6 or higher, you can repair her Jade Umbrella and get the Jade Light Canopy, and it can serve as a reusable portable waypoint, which is kind of cool, and it looks kind of cool too.
The ruins? Don't know anything. We were only hired to deliver water and supplies to them. Forget excavation. They won't even let us get close to the camp where they're staying.
Oh, you know what? Yeah! I knew it! I knew it! Tree jar.
Sucker for a punch, huh? Feeling lucky.
Insulation chamber deployed.
On the right side. You won this one.
Enigmatic page. Enigmatic page. What? Which one? Oh, yeah. 1,000 Nights 6. I gotta read that one of these days. What is it called? 1,001 Nights? Or something like that?
This area used to be ravaged by frequent sandstorms, but it's been calm lately for some reason. They say that this was done by a single traveler, but
Hey!
is such a thing even humanly possible?
Yeah. I mean, I have a lot of books on my to-read list. I need to get a bookshelf, but once I do, oh my goodness, I'm gonna be reading so many books. Like, technically, you don't need a bookshelf for books. I can just... I mean, the only book that I have right now is sitting on my table, but I still like to have a bookshelf for it, you know? For my books. I have a list. Quite long.
That machine looks amazing. Could it be the legendary Ruin Wanderer?
The location seems to fit too. Might that legend actually be true?
Yeah, I think I've mentioned this
Well,
before
I found out everything
about
I could. Is there
about the
anything
wood
that
that I
stands out to you?
have from the half of a dresser that could actually make a decent bookshelf. I think what I would do is I would saw the wood in half, and so I'd create a 3-tier bookshelf. Anyway, hired villages from Aru. Machine they speak of.
Ruin Wanderer. That's the first time I've heard that name. But that wreckage did seem a bit weird.
Well, the problem is that I don't have the tools. You know, I need a saw, and well, a couple other things. Plus, I don't think they would want me sawing wood in my apartment. I think they would frown upon that. What's so weird about it?
It's a bit far away, and I can't really say for sure from this distance. Perhaps we should ask the villager from before about the legend first.
But yeah, I do want to take up carpentry. Just in general, I would like to build myself an executive pedestal desk. Out of either cherry wood or walnut, one of the two. Cause when I was a kid, my dad had one. My dad had this executive desk when he started working from home, and it was just absolutely beautiful. And after he died, that became our main computer desk. And but when we had to hightail it out of that house we were in, my aunt ended up selling it, and so I miss that. I don't like computer desks that that we got now with no drawers and just like wood veneer on sawdust, basically. No, it happens. It happens. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I don't like the kind of computer desk I have now. I mean, the kind of computer desk I have now, I think, is a lot better than a lot of computer desks that I've seen. But yeah, an executive pedestal desk is kind of my dream, and I'd like to build it myself. Want to learn more about the legend of the Ruin Wanderer?
I wouldn't blame you for not knowing about it, youngsters. After all,
Youngsters.
it's a tale that's over a decade old.
Oh, it's a decade
It's said
old.
that this monster, the Ruin Wanderer, traversed through various ruins for centuries. Many adventurers had claimed to see it while exploring.
Who put the bop in the bop shoe bop? Who put the
Some
ram in
said
the
that it was
rama
like a
lama
giant,
ding dong?
while others said that it was like a beast. However,
Did
none knew why it wandered the ruins.
Rama lama ding dong. Who was that man?
Then, about 10 years ago, we stopped
Alright.
hearing any news about it in Sumeru. No one has seen it since then, and the legend
Well,
has since faded into
okay.
memory.
Have fun eating.
You youngsters probably don't know about the Ruin Wanderer nowadays, but it was famous for centuries.
Centuries? Impossible. I heard nothing about it back then. It could only have been around for a few decades at most.
Wait, back then?
Indulge my curiosity for a moment. Why do you think that wreckage is the Ruin Wanderer?
Well, I had also heard that secondhand from...
You heard that nonsense from the Eremites after they got drunk, right?
Who are you?
Raid.
Faruzan, it
Duh.
is a pleasure. I'm Raid, the one who organized this archaeological expedition. I'd heard of you at the academia, but I didn't expect to run into you here. Truly, it is an honor. And this must be the famous traveler, I presume. What brings the two of you here?
Have you found any special contraptions and relics in the ruins that you've been investigating?
I'm ashamed to say that we haven't found anything noteworthy, even though we've been investigating for a while now.
Really? That Ruin Wanderer isn't noteworthy to you?
I'm afraid those are mere rumors. Really, I sometimes wish that those people would put as much effort into their work as they do into gossiping.
You're right, sir. I'll get back to work now.
The wise do not buy into rumors, so it is said. I believe that you too, Madam Farasan, do not put any stock into such baseless talk.
It is also said that real knowledge shall come from practice. I can help you research the excavated relics and see if I can find out anything new about them. You can take credit for any new discoveries. I believe this offer to be sufficiently attractive.
In truth, I could ask for nothing better than your help with our research. However, you two must be tired after a long journey. I'd feel bad if I set you to work immediately. It's getting late and my subordinates and I are heading back to the camp to rest. Why don't you find a place to spend the night first? We can continue our discussion tomorrow. There are tents over there that the villagers occasionally use to rest. The condition is a bit simple, yes, but I hope you won't mind.
Since you need to rest as well, let's do just that.
Yeah, we're gonna sneak in and steal the parts, aren't we? In the middle of the night.
This is quite far away. Are they trying to prevent the villagers from eavesdropping on them? This suits us just fine, though. This way, they won't overhear our conversations either. Now, I have my suspicions about this archaeological expedition team and that machine wreckage. I only caught a quick glimpse, and it was from a distance. But based on the condition of the armor and joints, it didn't seem like something that had been lying around for centuries. At most, I'd estimate that it only stopped moving about a dozen years ago.
A dozen years ago?
Yes. The timing coincides with the spreading of the legend. Now, assuming that it really is the Ruin Wanderer, how do you suppose it was able to maintain a relatively good
Yeah.
despite high-intensity operation over the course of several decades?
The restitution module. I mean, come on. Are we really surprised by that?
Right. Technically speaking, the module shouldn't be able to move such a large machine chassis. However, I'm basing my knowledge on the mechanical life forms I've seen before.
You've seen such life? You've encountered others besides
Well,
Karkata?
this was over 100 years ago. It was a machine about the same size as Karkata, actually. It couldn't carry heavy objects or fight, and was only able to help me record some notes. It also helped me deliver letters home. I found it near the desert, which is why I wondered if there might be more restitution modules buried around here.
A life form from 100 years ago. Is it no longer around? I'm wondering if it's that briefcase that what's his name? Kaveh uses. Is it no
Honestly,
longer around?
people in ancient times might have already solved the problem of providing enough power for all I know. I'll need to research this properly.
Why didn't you go and investigate earlier?
Had I confronted Raid right there and then, he would have said that he couldn't tell that the machine was special. Then he'd just hand it over to the Academia obediently, and he'd get away scot-free. If the wreckage were to be handed to the Academia, it'd be much tougher for us to do research on it or get spare parts for Karkata. Anyway, we should figure out what they're planning before making our next move. They insisted that we should stay the night, which means if they're trying to pull a fast one on us, they're likely to try tonight. We must be vigilant.
The night goes on, you hear faint sounds in
Are
the
those
distance.
sounds coming from the excavation site? I knew they wouldn't be able to wait. They must be scared that we might discover something tomorrow. Not a
Why?
single person guarding
Why
the
would they be scared that the...
This
What?
must be quite the manpower expenditure. I'll see if they left any clues behind at their camp. Keep watch and help me stall them if it comes to that, would you?
No problem.
All right. I'm counting on you.
Why isn't the tent here yet? We need to switch it out tonight.
It's still on the way. I'm afraid this is the first time we're delivering such a huge one.
You good-for-nothings are just a load of trouble, aren't you? We wouldn't
Ow,
have to deal
rude.
with these interlopers if you had kept those lips of yours from flapping. Hurry up and hide our current tent and deliver the new one to me tonight, no matter what it takes.
Huh? Who's there?
It's me.
I'm sorry. I'm just a bit upset because my subordinates aren't doing their jobs properly. When did you get here?
What's this delivery I hear you're having trouble with?
It's nothing. Just a tent. We didn't pack up all our tents from the last campsite. Some of them, along with a few people, have been left there. Someone damaged our current tent, so I'm trying to get my subordinates to get one from that previous campsite delivered here.
And you're discussing that over here because...
The relics in the ruins are highly valuable, so I'm worried that treasure hoarders and bandits might try to steal them. Since the tent isn't here yet and I can't fall asleep, I came here to patrol.
There are people who'd steal these relics?
Well, these things are antiques after all. There will always be people interested in buying them. I hired so many people precisely because I was worried about that happening. Speaking of which, I'd like to ask, is the Academia really aware that you've traversed through the desert to come here in the middle of the night? Also, where's Faruzan? Why isn't she with you?
I'm right here. Also, you forgot to address me as Madam.
Sorry, Madam Faruzan.
You were all making so much noise that I couldn't sleep, which is why I got the Traveler to find out what was going on. But for some reason, that one task took forever, so I came to check in on the situation.
I'm very sorry for disturbing your rest. I'll tell my subordinates to be quieter on patrol.
Good. Come on, Traveler. Let's head back.
Tumbleweeds. We're heading back already?
Yes. We came to check out the situation, didn't we? Well, we've already done that. We should get better rest so that we'll have energy to investigate tomorrow.
Was I mistaken? No, the restitution module was in the tent. My guess. Wait a second, was that a...
For dealing with them. Now, I found
Is that a
something
pretty
good
spot?
on my end. These are the excavation records from their campsite. According to them,
Wasn't
the
even
ruins
paying
have been
attention
raided
before.
with numerous traps and contraptions having already been triggered. I also observed the wreckage up close earlier. The weathering is nowhere near as extensive as on the relics that have been buried for over 100 years. There's no doubt that the wreckage in the ruins don't belong to the same era. Instead, it must have wandered into the ruins about a dozen years ago. It could have fallen into a trap or encountered a glitch within the ruins, remaining stationary like that until it was discovered recently. However, I still don't know why they'd want to hide it. I have no doubt that the researcher could definitely reach the same conclusion I did. The last few pages of the excavation records are written in code, which I still need time
Oh,
to
he's
decipher.
planning to sell it to the highest bidder?
The answer may lie within those pages.
You can decipher coded messages? Do I need to ask that? That's how she got out of the ruin in the first place, even though it took her 100 years.
It's just wordplay. And if anything, that's my wheelhouse.
Oh, like beef jerky. Or, hot dogs and cheese pizza.
A bit more. I see now.
Help! Please help! Why are you running away? Come back! Protect me!
What's that sound? Is it? The Ruin Wanderer? Reactivated? That's impossible! Is this the work of some kind of hidden mechanism? Never mind. We have to focus on saving lives first. I'll cover them. You go stall the Ruin Wanderer. What? It ignored the Traveler?
Why is it chasing after us?
What could have caused it to reactivate? Did to give chase?
Darn it! Hey, Come on, you lot! It's clear that we can't escape, so let's just attack it!
Well, hello.
It stopped?
Hey, you guys, get up there and tell me what's going on.
But what if it suddenly moves?
You good-for-nothings. Why is everyone I hired so useless? Move! I'll do it myself. Looks like this thing's parts can't handle the load of functioning anymore after years of disrepair. When it first reactivated, I was wondering if it'd be as amazing as the legends had pegged it to be. I didn't expect it to be so much weaker than it looks. How disappointing.
Disappointing, you say? Now, is that because you won't be able to sell it for much?
I know it.
Faru-san, you may be my senior as an academia researcher, but that doesn't mean you get to slander me.
You wrote these excavation records, did you not? Or perhaps calling it a ledger might jog your memory a bit better.
I don't recognize that thing.
January 3rd, excavated 5 tents. January 5th, 3 tents sold. January 10th, 1 special tent pre-sold. It must quickly be switched out with an old tent.
So tent is your code name for relics?
You're supposed to be an archaeological expedition team, and yet here you are, secretly selling the relics and profiting from it. When you believed that you had found the wreckage of the Ruin Wanderer, you tried to switch in wreckage that you had excavated previously to pull the wool over the Academia's eyes. After all, there would probably be many wealthy buyers interested in purchasing the legendary Ruin Wanderer in the black market, yes? And then we arrived just before you could finish your work. That forced you to speed up your plan, and you tried to complete the switch overnight before I could investigate the wreckage. In your haste, however, you accidentally activated the Ruin Wanderer and...
Welcome back.
Did I get that all right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You lack the curiosity befitting a man of knowledge, nor do you have respect for mechanical life forms. You're not fit to be a researcher.
Ridiculous. Curiosity? Respect? I'm not here to hear you preach. Hey, we're leaving.
Mr. Raid!
Behind you?
Oh, he did.
Why is it moving again? Run!
Faru-san, watch it. Something that happened in that ruin that she don't remember, but I'm guessing the ruin machines see her as a friend. Or maybe they just see her as friend in general. Faru-san.
Some said that it was like a giant, while others said that it was like a beast. However, none knew why it wandered the ruins.
Technically speaking, the module shouldn't be able to move such a large machine.
It's a story quest.
However,
Not a story quest,
mechanical life forms I've seen
hangout
before.
event.
Centuries? Impossible. I heard nothing about it back then. It could only have been around for a few decades at most.
Why is it chasing after us?
So you've been looking for me this whole time? Long time no see to Mimi.
Oh. I guess it isn't the briefcase thing.
Dear Farazan.
Yeah, hangout events
you're
are...
doing well. It has been over 20 years since you went missing. People from the academia keep telling us to give up and that you're most likely dead.
Oh, man.
But somehow, I feel like you're still alive. Yes, that you live still in some corner of this world. You've always been persistent, able to shine no matter what situation you face. I believe that this persistence serves you well in surviving and finding your way home.
How about Radical
Unfortunately,
Dreamers?
they won't be able to welcome you home.
It's the sequel to Chrono Trigger.
I don't have much time left, and my reflexes have slowed. Others keep telling me to stop exploring ruins. Only Tamimi is still the same as before, always running off to places which you've been to. Your teacher and friends came up with an idea to remodel Tamimi so it can search for you in our place. You didn't like coming home back then and would always get Tamimi to send a letter back. Now we're leaving a letter with Tamimi. I wonder if it'll ever be delivered to you.
That is a criminal offense. Do you realize that? Not playing Chrono Trigger?
I hope it'll be when you've already found your way home.
And yes, it was.
Not being able to say this to you myself, but I'll still feel sincerely happy for you, my dear daughter.
Welcome home, Faruzan. Look at you, Tamimi. You've changed so much after all these years. Thank you for waiting for me all this time.
It is one of the classic JRPGs.
Now. You can sleep.
That's
Tamimi, the mechanical life form I encountered back then. When I would go on expeditions, it would follow me, take notes for me, and send my letters home. When I met with that accident, it was on the way to deliver a letter for me. I once thought that I'd never get to see it again. I didn't expect my teacher and others to remodel its self-repair function, upgrading it to self-learning. And so, in order to plumb the depths of unknown ruins and overcome dangerous traps, it repaired and modified itself using parts it found along the way. One decade of wandering became many, and soon, Tamimi, which used to be incapable of even moving heavy objects, became the Ruin Wanderer. All so it could deliver these last letters from them to me.
Even though they had all passed on, they still prayed for your safe return.
The strain to support such a huge body must have turned out to be too much for your heart, right?
Tamimi?
Even after the remodeling, its restitution module still can't function perfectly in perpetuity. It has been pushing itself beyond its limits over the past few decades. Just like a living being, mechanical life forms have a limited lifespan. It probably became trapped in the ruins all those years ago because its shelf life had run out. It most likely only reactivated because it detected my presence.
I haven't.
And then it mustered up everything it had to deliver that last letter. Now, it can finally rest in peace. Tighnari told you what happened to me, right?
I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize. It's not like this incident is a secret in the academia. Besides, I've always treated it as a failed experiment. As a researcher, I must accept this result.
I am a scientist,
However,
and a scientist is always fine.
People were affected by my failure. It does make me feel somewhat conflicted. Can you head back to Pardis DI first? We've been here for a while, and it's best not to make Kale and the rest worry. As for me, I want to stay with Tamimi for a bit longer. Just a bit.
Madam Faruzan. Notes and manuscripts we found on Tamimi have been transcribed and organized, and every one of them has been marked with your name. I hope that even after 100 years, future generations of students will still remember your name, Madam Faruzan. Oh no, it was a statue of the Seven. Not a pretty spot. Yellowed note. Mimi's remodeling is going smoothly. As it is now, I can learn how to deal with various dangerous situations in the ruins on its own. It can learn how to... Anyway. I wish you could see it with your own eyes. As I worked, I kept thinking that you'd do a better job at this than I could. After all, you're the most exceptional student I've ever met. Oft-corrected note? I told you not to... Now look, so many people worried, even Tamimi. Messy scribbling has been repeatedly cancelled and edited, leaving barely legible phrases and a single neat message at the back. Hurry up and come home for a meal. Your mom always makes an extra portion of food, you know? My goodness. Farazan's head hangs low in silence. The desert breathes gales of wind, and the only sounds that can be heard is the scattering rise of spreading grains. Back to Party City.
You're back!
Ah, how was your journey through the desert? Wait, where's Madame Farazan?
Tell the whole truth or keep Tamimi a secret. Ooh. Ooh. Tell the whole truth. You tell everyone everything that happened in the desert.
Oh no. She finally got to reunite with an old friend from 100 years ago. But
As a researcher, she could perhaps accept it. However, as a friend, student, and a daughter, we should give her some time. Let's just wait for her here. And in the future, I hope that we can be here to support her as her new friends.
Until one day later. Things change, things go your way. If you hold on for one more day, hold on for one more day, things go your way. Hold on for one more day.
Is there to be no welcoming party?
We've all been waiting for you, Madame Farazan.
That's more like it. Now, here are some components I brought back from the desert. Switch these out with the ones Karkata is using right now, and it'll be back in ship shape. Huh? Why do you all look so solemn? Come now. Liveliness befits youngsters more.
Madame Farazan, did these parts come
Kale.
Come now. I thought that you must have encountered some major problem. This isn't something you have to worry about. Well, it
like
looks
a
like you
heart
already know
transplant.
everything. But no need to feel bad. Like I said before, as researchers, we must learn to accept our failures.
Like a heart
Tamimi has
transplant.
been operating beyond capacity for a century, and I'm unable to repair it with my current abilities. Not even with these parts. It would thus be much better to use them to extend Karkata's lifespan. As a senior, it is only right that I do something for the people who come after me. That holds true for both researchers and machines. Besides, I didn't say that I would be giving you these parts for free. They will only be used for Karkata temporarily. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to help me with my research. I'll be sure to revive Tamimi once I've fully deciphered and replicated the creations of the ancient civilization.
All right, I'll do my best to help.
Me too. Although, I'm not sure if I'll be much help.
I'll help too.
Thank you. If they could remodel Tamimi successfully even back then, there's no reason why we won't be able to do even better. And when that day comes, I'll be sure to say, welcome home, Tamimi.
Aw. New friends, a new life, and a new beginning. Go ahead and save that since I'm using screenshots for all of my thumbnails on the YouTubes. Alright, well, I think that's gonna have to be everything for today. Let's see, hold on. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Either I got raided or it was in an autoplay thing, like people were watching something and then it got, and they had autoplay enabled and then that stream ended, and so it just, and they all got kicked to my stream all of a sudden. But yeah, that was quite wild. But anyway, no such luck for this morning's stream. But you know what? That's fine. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm not trying to be famous. Yeah, I'm gonna head out. I got a lot of stuff to get done before I call it a night, and I need to get on it. Yeah. And you should get back to bed as well. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope the rest of your day is a good one, and I will see you later. Heart hands.